No doubt you heard about the Syrian war. But what do you know about it? How did it start? And why? How did it get to where it is today? Who are the rebels? And who supports them? Who is helping the Syrian regime today? And why? This is what we will know in this series of short episodes entitled The Story of a Revolution. November 1970. Hafez al-Assad, the defense minister, is conducting a military coup against his Ba'ath Party colleagues and taking power by force, then appointing himself president within a few months. Since then, Assad has struggled to empower his family's rule by building a strong security system that controls all civilian and military state facilities. Assad's father was ready to do anything to stay in power, even if it led to massacres against the Syrian people, which he did in the early 1980s in the city of Hama, where statistics indicate that nearly 40,000 civilians were killed after Assad bombed the city with tanks and warplanes. Assad was preparing his eldest son, Basil, to take power after him. However, Basil's sudden death in 1994 in a road accident whose causes are not yet known led Hafez al-Assad to consider Bashar, who returned from London where he was studying ophthalmology, and to prepare him to be the next president of Syria, which happened. Bashar al-Assad was brought into the army, and then quickly promoted to the ranks in order to be ready to succeed his father. His image is spread in the streets and squares of the Syrian cities to serve as a declaration to the people telling them who will be their next president. June 2000. Hafez al-Assad died after a long illness. Within minutes, in a skit by the members of the Syrian parliament by amending the Syrian constitution to suit the age of Bashar, and after a false referendum, Bashar al-Assad became the president of Syria on July 17, 2000. There was a sense of hope among Syrians that the son would not be like the father, and that he would change the country to the better. However, this hope quickly faded with the continued policy of prohibition of freedom of expression and press freedom in the country. In addition to the arbitrary arrests of opinion makers and those affiliated with parties opposed to the Assad family rule. This was the case until 2011, the year that shook the throne of the Syrian regime. Follow us in the next episode entitled, The Beginning of the Revolution.